Hello. I don't know what I'm doing, guys, okay? But hi, hello, my name is Solly Moon, if you do not know me. If you do, well, you do know me, although I've been gone for so long you probably forgot. But I'm here. I know I look a little different. I've gotten a regular person job. A regular 9-to-5 job. It's going great, fantastic, really. Anyways, yes, I did get a regular job, so that's why I've not been filming, that's why I've not been posting. And I'm sorry about that if for some reason you find my channel entertaining, if you've been waiting. Sorry. But I am here again. Look at my new hair. It looks amazing, right? Okay, we're not going to talk about the yellow parts. And my hair's dead, so we're just going to ignore that part. But hi. Hello. I hope you guys have been doing well and all is right in the world for you guys right now. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to film because my phone storage is crap right now because I use it for everything. Hopefully I'm going to be able to buy at least a small cheap camera so I can fill the storage up on that instead of on my phone, because now I have adult money from my 9-to-5 job. I can't complain too much. At least I have a job. It's hard for some people to find a job, so I do appreciate that I have this opportunity to actually be able to work. But today we're going to be playing a game called Coffee Talk. I know we still have the rest of Tell Me Why, we have the rest of Backbone, we have a bunch of games that I have yet to finish, like Stardew Valley. I need to get back into that, but I don't know how long I can film today because my time is already kind of running out with just this intro. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to read to you what Coffee Talk is about. Maybe we can only play a little bit, and we'll play along as we go, see if we like it. If we like it, let me know. I'll play it more. But this is what it says it's about. Coffee Talk is a game about listening to people's problems and helping them by serving up a warm drink out of the ingredients you have in stock. It is a game about... It is a game that depicts lives as humanly as possible while having a cast that is more than just humans. Immerse yourself in the stories of alternative Seattle inhabitants, ranging from a dramatic love story between an elf and a succubus, an alien trying to understand human lives, and many other modern readers will find strongly echo the world around them. What's my name? My name is Solly Moon. Confirm. Is Solly Moon correct? Yes. You guys know who I am. Maybe. Okay. I'm moving stuff out of the way. I'm sorry. Hopefully I don't shake the camera too much. My stand is small and you're on a bunch of books and... yeah. Okay, so let's play the game. This is Welcome Solly Moon. Change barista. No, that's me. I'm gonna play the game. I'm excited. Welcome to Coffee Talk. What can I get you? We got an achievement for just starting the game. Seattle 2020. A city filled with dreams and madness. A time when the great war between races is but a footnote in history. A time when anyone can dream of being whatever they want to be. And have those dreams crushed before they can even be discussed. This got really sad really quickly. But still, it is a place and time where anything can happen. Okay. Writing a game design, Mohammed. I didn't get to finish that. Ooh, I like the art style. It is when the elves have left the forest to build their startups. When the dwarves have emerged from their caves to start their automotive empires. When the orcs have put down their axes and started using computers to improve their lives. And when humans live among them, as driven as ever. I don't know, is this a human? He doesn't look too happy that they're all mingled together. Is this a human too? He doesn't look too happy either. It is a city that holds the many dreams and stories of its people. It is Seattle. This is who the art's by. Love the art, I'm loving it. Most of these stories are left untold. But few find solace in the embrace of bricks and wood and glass. I'm hoping you're talking about this coffee shop. They are told over drinks, then take up residence in some stranger's memories. Okay, programming guys, gotta give who. Wait, Can I use this music? I'm hoping. In the corner of the city stands a coffee shop. Nice, nice. This is cute art. Who is this cute little old man? A place that is only open when the sun is sleeping. So nighttime? Nighttime? A place where people share their stories. And these are their stories. Sounds like SVU. Ooh! Look at this art! Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020. We're kind of 3 years behind on this. Ooh! Look! Oh, it's you. Hey, Silly Moon. How's the night so far? It's calm, as usual. We've got a slight problem, though. Huh? What happened? My supplier made some logistical errors. I don't have half of my ingredients today. Man, that's a bummer. Don't worry. I can still serve the caffeine you desperately need. That's good to hear. Anyway, let me things up first. You're our first customer, after all. Don't worry, take your time. I'm a writer, not an editor. So I'm used to taking things slow. Huh. Writer's block again. You got that right. What are you writing now? Do you remember my plan to drown your trouble in coffee? I want to check this. Wait, can we check this real quick? Friends. Freya. Oh, this is Freya, okay. Birthday, 29th of January. Writer for the Evening Whisperers. Talks about mundane things, art, and life in general. Friends only. Okay. Georgie, Seattle Police Department. Birthday, 1st of June. And we can't know anything else. Dang it. Gala. Gala. Ooh, who's Gala? Birthday, 13th of September. And we can't know. I wonder if the more we play him, the more we get to know him, the more this will open up for us, you know? I guess we'll find out as we go. Okay, that's... Oh, wait, there was more. I'm not dumb. Brew pad. We have cafe latte. We have a cappuccino. We have dark chocolate, espresso, green tea. It tells us how to make them. So I'm wondering if we're going to have to make them. Okay. Ah. Pardon the interruption. The machine is ready. Do you want your triple shot espresso now? Yes, please. And if you forget how to make it, just check your phone, okay? I just learned that. I'm a gamer. Anyway, I really need that triple shot espresso. Okay, let's go into our phone. Brew pad. All. Triple shot espresso. I'm assuming... Huh? Why am I already lost? That's what she called it, was a triple shot espresso. I'm assuming it's this espresso, so just coffee. So let's exit out. Base. Coffee. Brew. It's warm and bitter. Why would you want that? Oh, this animation. Trash it, serve it. Is this what you wanted? 1 cup of triple shot espresso. I got an achievement for first brew. It smells good. Special for my only customer tonight. That aroma. Ah, exactly what I need. Anyway, where were we? Your plan to do something? Yes, that. It's not that I hate writing stories for the newspaper, you know, but it seems like the right time for something bigger. So, a novel? Yes. It sounded so simple when I was making the plan. At least you still have your job, in case things go awry. Did I say something wrong? No, you were right. You said something I should have thought about myself. What are you talking about? You know who owns the Evening Whisperers? GRA Media, right? Yes. And they are also the biggest book publisher in the country. So when an opportunity presented itself, I took it. What do you mean by opportunity? Opportunity. Well, I bumped into one of the big guys in the elevator. So naturally, I pitched my book idea. Did you guys see this guy back here? He has horns. You can't see him? What the heck? What is going on? Come on, don't look at me like that. Are you for real? Yeah, I know. It's such a stupid thing to do. So, how did they react? Thankfully, he'd seen my short stories. So, he challenged me. If I can get a draft ready in a month, he'll pull some strings and get the fiction publishing division to sign me up for a publishing deal. That sounds great. What about your job at the Evening Whispers? Do you have time to do both? That's the hard part. I've been secretly working on the novel during office hours, and I'm falling behind on the newspaper's deadline. If the chief finds out, she'll probably kick me out. Ouch. Well, at least you've got a month to finish the initial draft. That was last week. Oh. Again, don't look at me like that. How far along are you? Cat lady walking by. Cat lady walking by. I assume the number of words you have written is not too far from 0. Hey, that's rude. I've written some stuff, you know. May I see it? Well, it was so bad that, well, after reading it, I decided to just delete everything. Immediately. It could have been good. Honestly, it could have been good. So... 0? Yes. I really need to finish it in, at most, 2 weeks. Then I'll use the extra week to polish and do some editing. Sounds like a plan. If you can pull it off. I know. You don't need to be so cynical about it. That's why I'm here today. I'm hoping to find some inspiration. I wrote some of my best short stories here, you know. Really? Glad this place could be of service. Oh, it looks like someone's coming. Customer! Who is it? Welcome. Hi there. Hello. Good evening. For here, miss? Yes, please. I'm not really sure what to order, though. What do you recommend? That depends highly on your mood. I'm just here to meet my boyfriend. Not planning to be awake all night. So definitely no coffee. How about something chocolatey? It's perfect for this weather. That's a good idea, actually. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not a voice actor, okay? So these voices may all sound the same. And I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry in advance. And if I try an accent, don't question it. I'm not the best. Anything with chocolate in it, please. Okay, anything with chocolate in it. What's this? Freya? What changed? I don't see what changed. What, okay, let's go to the coffee. She's probably impatient. So we have, this has coffee milk, chocolate, we can do dark. Oh, the only choice we have is dark chocolate. Chocolate. Okay. What a drink. Brew. It's cool, sweet, and bitter. Why wouldn't it be some kind of warm? Serve it. The heck? 1 cup of chocolatey goodness. Thank you. So warm. Warm? When we read the description, didn't it say cool? I'm being lied to. I'm being lied to right now. So you're waiting for your boyfriend? Yes, he should be here soon. Look at you now. Look at you now. You went from empty to 3 customers in 1 night. I thought this place would be more crowded, considering it's the only coffee shop that's still open after midnight around here. Because it's the only coffee shop that still opens past midnight. It's mostly empty. Now that you mention it, Is it good for business having the coffee shop only open at night? Definitely not. Yep, what she said. Then why? I just love doing it. And there's always someone longing for a warm drink at this hour. You know what? Our character, which is technically us, is doing it right, okay? As long as you're happy with what you're doing, if you love what you're doing regardless, you should just stick with it. I know it's kind of hard nowadays. You can't just do what you want to do. You know, you got to pay for things. You got to have a job to pay for bills and stuff. But if you have the opportunity to do what you want and not have to worry about, you know, stressing yourself out over bills and stuff, I would highly do it. I would highly do it. That's fascinating. Pardon me for asking, but how can you survive running the coffee shop like this? That's a secret. Sully Moon here is damn rich. That's the secret. Oh, really? She's exaggerating. Don't worry about it. Sully Moon can manage. I'm here for this. I'm sure this place isn't going bankrupt anytime soon. So you'll still have a weird, quiet place to meet up at night. That's good to hear. By the way, are you a regular here? I don't really have anywhere else to go. I'm a writer who works best at night in a coffee shop. Not so many options for that. Ah, no wonder. She's a pretty good writer, you know. You could find some of her stories in the Evening Whispers. Shut up! Wow, that's really interesting. What kind of things do you cover? I cover the stories of people around town. Personal, interesting, weird stories. I also contribute to their short stories. I love their fiction. You wrote those stories? Thank you. I wrote most of them, but not at all. I know her voice changed. I gotta switch it up a little bit, okay? That's so cool. Then, are you here to write a new piece? I should be, but I don't even know what to write about. Customer! Is it her boyfriend? Evening. Why is he looking at us like that? Welcome. Hi. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's okay. I had a nice chat with the fine folks here. Hi there. Hello. Hi. Would you like to order something? I don't know what voice to give him. Surprise me. That's what voice I'm gonna give him. It probably doesn't fit, but whatever. What kind of order is that? Well, I don't really know what to order. Do you have any preference, sir? Something bitter to keep me awake with milk. Oh, and draw some latte art on the top. Bro, what? You want me to do all this work? What did he say? Something bitter. Bitter to keep me awake with milk. Okay, it has to be this. Oh no, is green tea bitter? Latte art? It has to be this green tea latte. Okay, what is it? Sweet and savory with a hint of bitter. Okay, what about this? Both sweet and savory with a hint of bitterness for the heart. I'm gonna go green tea milk. Let's see if he likes that. Is this green tea? Yeah. Brew. Let's hope. Let's hope. Why is he looking at us like that? Here's your order. This won't help me stay awake. So it was the coffee. But at least it's got milk. Let me redo it! Let me redo it! I can't. Anyway, I was distracted by some work. Plus, there's the rain. It's okay, Baileys. I was having a nice chat with them. Oh yeah? I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Baileys. Oh my, where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself either. My name is Lua? Lua? I don't want to say it wrong. Hi, I'm Freya. Nice to meet both of you. I'm Sully Moon. Hey, did you know that Freya here is a writer for the Evening Whispers? Oh, really? I've done some work for them a few times. Oh, what kind of work? I'm a freelance designer and illustrator. I've done some caricatures and infographics and for the paper. I assume you were in contact with Steve? Yep, he's a nice guy to work with. Oh, really? No, he isn't. But I've dealt with worse clients. Way worse. Yeah, I'm glad he's the design and visuals department. I wouldn't be able to stand working with him directly. Come on! He's tough to deal with, but definitely not the worst. Oh, of course. No matter how deep you go, there's always another layer of hell. How do you usually deal with bad customers here? The only bad customers this late at night are lost drunks or criminals. That sounds really bad. Nah, they're easy to handle. That's because you're good with your fists. Not as good as your coffee making skill, though. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. You're welcome. Anyway, I really need to start writing. Whatever it is that I'm going to write. So I'll leave you two in the hands of our friendly neighborhood barista. Where are you going to write? Oh, not far. It's just over at the table in the corner. Next to the windows. That's my spot. Oh, okay. Have fun. I'll try. Good luck. Thanks. She's gone. Okay, wait, what's this about? We got new people. Lua, birthday, October 2nd. Y'all gonna have to read that on your own. I don't know what that says. Then we got Bailey's now. Bailey's. We don't know nothing about him. Nothing whatsoever. Should we move to other seats too? Nah, here is good. Okay then. So, how's your day? It was fine. Work was nothing special. I finished my proposal early so I could get out of the office. Plus, my boss was in a really good mood all day. I thought your boss was always a happy-go-lucky person. Well, he is, but today he was happier than usual. I'm not sure what happened, but it was great seeing him smile so much. What about you? Any problems with your latest client? Yeah, this one is a pain in the ass. You know those memes that depict terrible clients? Well, she fits all the bills. I could go on forever complaining about her, but that won't help me a bit. You should make a meme about her. And lose my client project for a minute of laughter? That might be worth it. You should ask Soleil Moon about how to deal with annoying clients. Oh yeah? How do you usually deal with annoying clients? The ones you don't need your fists to take care of. I do have my own methods, but it would be wise to talk about customers to other customers. Now that's one good lesson to learn for the day. Her phone's going off! Your parents? Yes. So you've talked to them? I did. It didn't end well? No. What did they say? A lot. Say something! They won't give us a chance at all? Anyone but an elf. Oh, that's what they said. How about you? More or less the same. I got into a fight with my old man. That's why I'm staying at Farron's place right now. They kicked you out? You don't have to do this, you know. They're your family. I can't stand even one more second being a part of them. I might not have a stable income, but I can manage. But still, you don't know what they say about you last night. Oh, you didn't know, sorry. I'm sorry. What did they say about me? Or about my race, I assume? Forget it. I want to know. Just the same old shit. Mumbling about how elves are holy creatures. About how our immortality. About how even if I outlive you... What? Nothing. About how if you outlive me, no other elves would want to be with an elf? That's already been tainted by a lowly succubus? That's exactly what they said. Dang! Screw your parents. Good thing you moved out. So, this is it then? The end of our relationship? It doesn't have to be. You know our families will never agree. We could just continue like this. What do you mean? They don't need to know that we're still dating. We could just continue the way we've always been. No, cut the tapes. Cut the tapes. Absolutely not. You don't do that, because then you're hiding your relationship. You know how bad either of you guys are gonna feel the more you guys do that. What happens if they constantly badger you about not having a partner? Like, just cut the family off. They're toxic. They're toxic. Without them knowing. And then what? Do you want to be hiding our relationship for the rest of eternity? I knew it! Brains. We're not like humans, you know. We can't just elope. And you won't get permission because you're too old. Wait a second. I'm confused. What's going on here? Lua, I don't care about their permission. I'll be glad to sever my family ties if I have to. He gets it. I can't let you do that. You'll lose your immortality. Oh? If I get to spend my life with you, I don't mind. I don't mind a bit. You're making this hard for both of us. Do you feel happy when you're with me? Of course I do. Then you don't need any more reasons. You know we're perfect for each other. You don't even need to look deep down. Trust me, we could do this together. I can't think about this clearly right now. We'll talk later. Excuse me. Lua, wait. Dang! Wow! Off to an amazing start! I'm sorry you had to listen to our problems. That's alright. This coffee shop has seen all kinds of short stories. I do hope yours will have a happy ending. I hope so too. Stop looking at me like that! What is this look you have? Do you have any alcohol? Sadly, no. That's a bummer. Well, do you have anything that's warm and can calm me down? Do you like green tea lattes? Green tea lattes? I'll take one. I just gave him one. I know how to make that. What is it? Green tea, milk. Ooh, put latte. Oh, I didn't know you could put latte art on it. What? You want me to do what? How do you? Wait, how do you write? Wait, I'm confused. Oh gosh, I hope no one else asked for this. Okay, he's just getting that out of me. I don't know how to do that. Here's your green tea latte. It's a masterpiece. It's a social media worthy is what I got as a achievement. This is good. Thank you for this. By the way, are you married? So low down there. You're still in a relationship. Me? No. Do you have someone you love? I love this coffee shop. But I'm sure that's not the answer you're looking for. I don't really have any expectations. Man, out of all the people in the whole world, why did I fall for her? You can't choose who you fall in love with. That's the truth. You can't choose. You can, if you try hard enough. At least, that's what my old man said. He really is one pretentious elf. But I guess all of them are. Entitled, pretentious, immortal douchebags. At least you have an eternity to learn and change. For an eternity to be an eternal asshole? Anyway, I need to go now and probably drink myself under until the sun rises. There's still a while until sunrise. More time for me to drink then. See you around. See you around too, Miss Freya. Thank you. Do visit again. Dang! Jesus. Why'd that scare me? You were listening from the corner? Yes. Poor souls. I hope they find a way to be together. Me too. Anyway, I need to leave. I have to get up earlier than usual tomorrow. Okay. I think I'm going to close the shop up after this. That's pretty early. I know. After the rest of the deliveries come in tomorrow, I'll open as usual. Okay, you have a good night then. You too. Dang! What's gonna happen? Bitter heart, shadows that will help you try to hide. Ooh, I don't know what this is, but it kind of looks good. Press any button. I love this little opening thing. It looks so pretty. We're open again for business Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. Okay, we're gonna try our best to make every order right. My latte art's not gonna be good though. The Evening Whispers, Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. Zombie virus from Africa may have reached Seattle. Seattle groceries distribution problems harm local restaurants. FIREE, that's spelled free, plans to enforce stricter regulations to manage illegal immigration. Oh no. Who are we serving today? Oh, it's just Freya. Good evening. Good gracious. What is wrong with you? Can't you just enter like a normal customer? I'm sorry, but I'm so excited to share this with you. What are you talking about? I know what to write for my novel. Is it one of your impulsive, temporary ideas again? Hey, don't be rude. I'm being serious here. Okay. Just tell me, what are you gonna write about? This coffee shop. Let me pause. Let me stop you right there, Freya. What is this? Oh, my nose is itchy. I'm not going through this again. I'm not gonna itch my nose the whole Bailey's. Freelance designer, #1 pumpkin spice fan. Oh, we learned more about him. What? I'm gonna write stories about this coffee shop and the people who come in here. Are you for real? Yes. What if I say you can't do that? I'm not asking permission. That's like a breach of the customer's personal lives, you know? Relax, I know that. I just need some inspiration for this place. The stories themselves would be loosely based on what I hear and see here. How loosely based? Knife Walker novel versus movie level loosely based. The old one? Of course I'm talking about the old one. That's already very different, you know? You can't get more different than that. I mean, it's not like I could tell you not to write about a coffee shop, right? No, you can't. Although, you can just ban me from coming. Okay, you're banned. What? Just kidding. I wouldn't do that to my loyal customer. Very funny. Thanks for not banning me, though. Anyway, I'm really excited to see who's gonna come tonight. I wonder what kind of stories they'll have. Customer! Oh, we have him on our contacts. Good evening, y'all. Good evening, Officer Georgie. Hey, Pop. Seems like you're having high spirits this evening, Miss Freya. And please, Solar Moon, no need to be that formal with me. We're both on duty here. Hence the formalities. You are as stiff as ever. Anyway, I have a shift tonight, so I'll need the usual. You have all the ingredients today? Not everything, but more than yesterday. Except for tea. I'm out of tea. You still remember my favorite, right? Coffee with a hint of sweetness. You got that right. Make sure not to use milk. Yeah. Thanks to your Tomodachi profile, everyone knows you're lactose intolerant, Georgie. Anyway, a cup of sweet, healthy coffee, please. Sweet, healthy coffee, please. Sweet, healthy coffee. No milk. No milk. Wait. A sweet, healthy coffee. How do you make it healthy? So he does want coffee. What is this? What is this? Maybe I'm about to make a new one. I hope he likes it. Oh gosh. Honey ginger coffee. Serve it. Let's see if he likes it. Coffee with honey for the man on duty. Not everyone can manage this combination as well as you. Yes! I'm a barista at heart, guys. Thank you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything myself. Provide me with service like you gave the old pop here, please. What are you having? You still need to ask, huh? You never know. Espresso, of course. And the one and only espresso. So that's literally just coffee, coffee, coffee. Serve it up! A starless night sky for the green-haired fairy. I'm not even sure whether that's a compliment or not. This is perfect. So how's everything going at the paper, Miss Freya? As usual. Awful. She's making a risky deal with her boss. Excuse me? Yeah, pretty much. What kind of deal? What kind of deal? A possibly life-altering deal. A very dangerous one at that. Okay. A deal she regretted? Not that much. Folks, seriously. Care to share the details properly? You tell him. She's secretly using her work hours to do something else. Something like writing her own novel. You got balls, I can tell you that. She does. Gee, thank you. How's the leap of faith going so far? It's not slowing down, that's for sure. And I haven't seen any safe haystacks to fall into. Good luck with that. Don't worry, she's not losing her job. At least not yet. Her life will be pretty hard if she messes this up, though. Thank you for the reminder. So yeah, as Sully Moon said, my editor-in-chief doesn't know about it yet. But my novel is going to be published by our parent company anyway. So technically I'm still doing work for the company. She'll be really pissed if she finds out, though. Wait, is stealing time a crime? Technically, I might have to arrest you. Hey, you do it all the time, too. Those are just coffee breaks. Sometimes it may take longer than they're meant to. But still, coffee breaks. You're making me feel worse by saying that. You should feel bad. Stop adding salt to the wound, okay? It's just a fact. I'm not sure whether this will make you feel better or not. But if your writing career goes up in flames, the police force is always looking for people with balls as big as yours. Just don't mention that you like to do other things during work hours. I want to say thanks, but I feel like I should be offended. I'm sure you'll do just fine, Miss Freya. Do you have any idea what you're going to write? I have, actually. Oh, good. What will it be about? A coffee shop and the stories people tell inside. You're letting her do that? There's no stopping her. What's wrong? Please don't write about any shady-looking police officers who love to take breaks more than they should inside the coffee shop near their post. I will definitely write about the police officer. He'll make a good comedic character. Was that a compliment, or are you making fun of me, eh? I would call that a compliment. Is it? I don't think so. Hey, what do you have against me tonight? Sully Moon is probably worried about losing customers due to a breach of privacy. Come on, it's not like I'll be using real names. And I'll dramatize the most things I've heard, of course. That's even worse. Here's the thing. The stories I've heard, they'll only be the inspiration for what I write. By the way, as someone stationed here, I assume you've heard a lot of stories from people around here, right? No? Come on! Nope. No, 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 no. You've helped me once with one of the stories I wrote for the paper. The one about the secretly rich beggar hanging around the block. I'm sure you can give me other interesting tips. I helped you more than once, actually. What? Really? Now it's my turn to say, come on! Which stories are you talking about? You asked for information about the busker. The one who's always playing his guitar, always got a rose with him. We saw him at the beginning. I'll put picture insert here. Maybe. We'll see if editing me does that. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, poor guy. Hearing about your girlfriend passing her into an investigation is... I don't know. It's hard. He took it quite well, to be honest. It was hard, but at least you gave him It was hard, but at least you gave him closure. He never complained that you used his story for the paper. I got his blessing before giving it to the editors. Well, at least he's become more popular since the article was published. More income for someone in his line of work. Yeah, the rose has become some kind of prop for him now. Anyway, back to the topic. Any hot tips? Okay. Have you heard about this one girl? Ooh, tell me. Lately, this girl's been coming to a coffee shop in the area more than before. I know who it's about. She's pretty weird. I don't know what her deal is. But she has bright green hair. Oh, come on! I was so excited to hear about something real. You think you're not real? Wow, that went deep fast. Faster than my career going downhill. Hey, what's with the sudden mood? Yeah, cheer up, girl. Sorry, I'm having mood swings because of the pressure. You'll do just fine. I mean, you're great with your short stories. By the way, why this coffee shop? Because I spent a lot of time here, I guess. And then there's this couple that visited the coffee shop yesterday. What about them? They're going through a pretty hard time together. You know, different races, different cultures. Families don't approve. When I heard their story, I kind of felt their pain. What's happening to them happens to a lot of people. It's been told in fictional form countless times before, but it's always an interesting topic to discuss. Are they regulars here? Nope. The girl visited this place before, if I'm not mistaken. She was with her coworkers or clients, helping her friends sober up, I guess. You give people coffee to sober up? Of course not. Some folks request coffee, but I recommend against it. I usually end up giving them tea, hot chocolate, or just plain water. That's nice of you. I hope they don't get pissed about the wrong order. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Good for you. Anyway, look at the time. It's time for my shift. Oh yeah, go on and do your job, old man. Don't forget to share anything interesting you hear with me. Let's not make this a habit. Can't promise you that. Okay then, see you later. Take care, Officer Georgie. Later. Hold on, let me read this. We got a birthday, folks. June of 1st of June. Self-summary. Born and raised in Seattle, a lactose-intolerant cop. I think I need to go back to my writing. No offense, but I need to concentrate like crazy. So I'll move to my usual corner. Good luck with the writing. And don't forget to keep yourself hydrated. Here, take this glass of water. Oh, you're just the best, Sully Moon. You're welcome. Okay, off to the world of imagination I go. Go on. Wait, let me read this. What's this? Holy cow! My self-summary by Freya. A journalist and short story writer. You can read my surreal and weird short stories at the Evening Whispers, idolize and aspire to be someone like Gil Naiman or Maruki Harukami. Interesting. Go on. We need a customer. Did we not get another customer? That should do for the experiment. Ah, someone's coming. Whoa! Whoa, okay. Yeah. Okay, liking the eyes. You're a little beat up. A lot beat up. Oh, welcome, Mr. Gala. Who? Ah, what voice should I give him? What voice should I give him? So Moon. Should I give him a country accent too? But I'm gonna give this guy a British accent. Don't worry. Can we sit here? Sure thing, sir. This is the place you recommended. You don't like it? It's fine. I know it's not like the coffee shops you're used to in LA, but... Gala. It's fine. Sorry to interrupt. Do you want to order anything? Yes. What do you want to drink? You first. Okay. Anything with coffee and ginger, please. Anything with coffee and ginger. Okay, coffee, ginger. Let's do the honey too. Let's make a... Oh, we should have done milk, huh? We're gonna redo that. We're gonna do coffee, ginger, and... Let me start over. It's okay to make a mistake. That was an achievement I just got. I don't know if it's a mistake. I just want to see what it would... I'm hoping it tastes good with milk. Ginger latte. Serve it up! Your order is ready, sir. Thank you. How about you, sir? What would you like to order? Is it... I keep wanting to do a British accent, but I can't. I keep forgetting how to do it. Is it good? I like it. Not sure if it'll be to your liking or not. Okay. I'll have whatever he's having. I don't know if you'll like it. I don't know if you like bitter or not. Here's nothing. Here's your order. Good choice. Anyway, how's the town treating you so far? Same old. I was surprised seeing so many changes after just a few years, though. Yeah, things changed a lot in just 20 years. Even this coffee shop. I believe this was a bar back then. When did you open this coffee shop? We opened about 6 years ago, mister. Hyde. My name is Hyde. From what I gathered, you're from LA, right? I am. I used to live here decades ago, though. What brings you back to Seattle? Is he a vampire? I think he is. I'm here for work. I'll probably be here for a few weeks. He travels a lot. He travels a lot, is what I meant to say. I see. Wait, let me read this. I think it... Okay, we have a new ginger latte. We have a ginger latte now. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Let's read this real quick. We have Gala. Oh, this is the guy... This is the guy where I was like, who's Gala? September 3rd. That's all we got from him. And we have Hyde, supermodel. He is a vampire. I knew it. Birthday, February 8th. Vegan vampire, professional model, CP. Alyssa 121-3555-0198. Don't call that number because I don't know if that's actually a number, okay? You two have known each other a long time, I assume. You could say that. Yeah, I think we met not so long after you got married, right? It was around the 60s, I believe. Wow, that was a long time ago. Not for all kind. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, the peace treaty between werewolves and vampires, of course he's a werewolf, was signed in 1865. So when you guys said you met in the 60s, were you talking about the 1860s? No, we met in the 1960s. We're old by some races. I can't get the accents right. We're old by some rate. I'll get this, guys, I swear. We're old by some races' standards, but not that old. I'm gonna give him a different voice. The accents are throwing me off. I keep on doing a country accent and the British accent. It's bugging me. Although it's still fair to say we haven't seen each other in a long time. I guess 20 years is a long time. This was the place, wasn't it? Where we first met? Yeah, but it was a bar. They moved? Bankrupt. Ah, such a pity. Uh-huh. Why are they looking at me like that? What did I do? You're happy the bar closed down? What's with the smile, if you don't mind? Yeah, why are you guys smiling? Nothing. I was just wondering. Will history repeat itself? I certainly hope not. I've been coming to your place since the first week you opened. You've got something special here. It won't close down anytime soon. Thank you, Mr. Gala. Speaking of, it's been quite a while since your last visit. Busy at work? Kinda. With the news about the newfound virus going viral, the hospital has been extremely crowded. Oh, he's a doctor. Or a nurse? Is the virus that dangerous? No one is sure about that. But most people come in are just... I don't want to use this word, but they're just paranoid. You're still doing the same job in the same hospital? What was it called? Admission officer. And yes, I'm still a hospital admission officer there. They should have given you a promotion for your loyalty and long service. They offered me a managerial position, but I declined. I prefer doing this. To each their own. Anyway, I was wondering, do they still sell legal blood at your hospital? They do. Although people don't need to visit the hospital directly anymore. They can just order through the Blood Marketplace app. Are you talking about Bloodlast? Uh-huh. Bloodlast get the supply from the hospital? They can't certify blood on their own. Only hospitals in the military of health can do that. They're just middlemen with a lot of sales promos. You use it often? Not really. I'm trying a new vegan lifestyle, remember? But I do know the founder of the startup. Oh yeah? How's your vegan diet going? It's not easy, but nothing I can't conquer. Excuse me for asking. By going vegan, do you mean you don't drink blood anymore? Not real blood. Synthetic blood. Synthetic blood? Oh, it'll be too complicated to explain. But basically, some scientists are working to make some kind of blood that can satisfy my kind, without relying on real blood. Considering real blood has some cultural and health concerns. Does it taste the same? More or less, yeah. Isn't that expensive? It is. I can afford it. But again, they're still working on it. Trying to make more affordable for everyone. Would synthetic blood taste good? If mixed with other ingredients? Why? You want to start selling blood-based drinks. It might attract new customers. And turn off others. Fair point. Honestly, I don't know if mixing it would taste good. Most vampires prefer drinking raw blood. Although, some do try experimenting with other things. Other things? Mostly booze. But I know some mix it with not-so-legal substances. You know a lot. I work in a hospital, remember? Talking about my vegan lifestyle reminded me to ask you something. About what? Your monthly fury. Found a less painful method to restrain yourself? Not yet. But I do know that it's a drink. What kind of drink? A certain combination of ginger and caffeine. Is it the one we just gave him? Is that why you ordered coffee with ginger? Yes, I'm exploring the possibilities. But this drink wasn't the one. I guess that's too much caffeine and coffee for it to be a remedy. Too much caffeine and coffee. Why don't you just use Fury's sedative available on the market? I don't trust them. Besides, that sedative is too general. Each of us has our own remedy that we need to find. And sometimes the effectiveness can change as we grow older. How effective will this drink be? Enough to calm you down. And that's all I need, to be honest. At least your calming method is only a drink. I heard some werewolves need to do kinky stuff to soothe themselves during their fury. What now? What? What kind of kinky? Like BDSM. Wow, this went into a completely different direction. That only happens in corn. Wait, what? It's famous among our kind. You don't have to feel ashamed if you like watching that kind of thing, you know. Hey, a friend told me about it. Well, he was pulling your leg. Damn. Damn! Damn! I mean, having intercourse as a calming method is pretty common, but normally we stick to vanilla stuff. Come to think of it, it would be pretty brutal doing bondage stuff during the fury. Aren't you married? What? Exactly. So continuing with your story, how far along are you in finding the ingredients for the remedy? So far, all I know is it involves ginger, and probably something lightly caffeinated, like tea, maybe. You better write that down. You won't want him wreaking havoc in the coffee shop. We don't have any tea today, but the next time you're visiting, maybe I can try brewing the remedy for you. That would mean a lot. Excuse me for a moment. The hospital calling him? I'm sorry, I have to go now. There's an emergency at the hospital. I think I'll go back now as well. We can share a cab. Alright. Thank you for the drink. I'll probably visit the coffee shop again before I go back. So I'll see you around. Thank you for coming. Take care of you on your way home. That was an interesting conversation. I have questions. Freya heard all of that. Hey! Are you done with your writing for tonight? Kinda. Those two guys. Kinda reminds me of the video I saw online. I would prefer if you didn't start fantasizing. It's a video of a wolf pup playing with a baby tiger. It's nice to see friendship that grow in unlikely circumstances. Oh, that video. What were we thinking? What were we thinking? What? What video did you think I was talking about? You know. Oh, never mind. I was just joking. Please don't do jokes. You're really bad at it. Anyway, it was a pretty interesting and productive night. But now I need to get some sleep. Yes, please don't forget to get some rest. I'll see you again tomorrow, I assume. Oh, don't you worry. I'll be here tomorrow. Night-night. Be careful on your way back. I like that we get to see new characters. Bitter heart shadows that will help you try to hide. We already read that, but I read it again, so we're gonna... Thursday, September 24th, 2020. So the next day, of course. The Evening Whispers. Free of charge, Thursday, September 24th, 2020. Despite losing a member, Super Smile's latest album sold 1 million copies. Stop workplace racial profiling. The Orsish Workers Union demands. We still have brain. Vlogging is now part of curriculum at some private high schools. An orc! An orc! Welcome. Yo. A cup of honey, please. Milk, please. Right away. Cup of honey milk. What is honey milk? Okay, well we got milk, honey. I feel like we should add lemon. Milk, honey, and lemon. Lemon and milk, though. We'll try it. Lemony snippet. Ooh. Your honey milk is ready. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know what voice to give her. Oh, she must have been waiting for someone. Freya? Hey, Silly Moon, seems like there's a cat. Oh my god! She got in with me! Relax, it's okay. Wait, let's read this. What's this? Lemony snippet, so a new drink. Wait. No one knew yet. Hey, kitty cat. What are you looking for? Want some milk? There's so many characters, I don't have voices anymore. Hi, barista. Yes, I'd love some milk. Holy. You look like you've just seen a ghost. No, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. It's been a while since the last time I saw a Neko Mimi transforming. We rarely do that in public. I guess you don't have that many Neko Mimi friends? I won't say I have. You folks usually use your feline form to commute? If I'm not mistaken. That's right. Well, commuting as a cat sounds more practical than commuting as a than commuting in a bipedal form. Kind of. Anyway, before we continue, can I have my milk, please? I'm sorry. What kind of milk do you want? Just milk. No additional stuff or anything? Nope. Milk and nothing else. There's nothing to process, it's just milk. Milk. Fresh milk for the lady with a pretty smile. Thank you. Are you hitting on an underage girl? I was just giving her a compliment. Whoa, I didn't do that. Whoa. Thank you for the compliment. It's really good. You're welcome. Miss Orc over here is just looking at everyone. What's a young girl like you doing alone this late? I'm not a young girl. I'm a grown-up who could take care of herself. I don't know about that. This face right here says it all. Says it all. She's lying. Through her teeth. Through her lips. You don't look like a grown-up. What? I'm 18! Yeah, that's exactly what I call too young. Well, I'm not an old lady like you, for sure. Besides, I've been earning a living since I was 13 years old. So I'm definitely not a kid anymore. How? I'm sure you know. I don't. Oh my... Are you? Just say it. Is this... If this is something illegal... Or if you are in danger... Blink twice. Really? With a cute face like mine? Exactly! Seriously, you've never seen me on TV or social media? I don't want to sound like a snob, but I don't watch mainstream media. Snob. Part of the broke but woke movement, I see. You must be the broke part. I don't see you ordering any drinks. What, too broke for a cup of coffee? She's not that great for business, no. Oh, really? Sometimes I wonder. Could this coffee shop survive without me? What are you waiting for, Grandma? Make your order. Is this some kind of maid cafe experiment or something? So what do you want to order? The usual. Okay. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Serve it up. Your espresso is ready. As good as usual. Glad you like it. Wait, a minute? You do look familiar. Are you in a pop group? Are you Rachel Florencia? The member of Super Smiles who just graduated? And started her solo career? Uh-huh. Oh, we have to learn more. Rachel. I'm assuming it's this one. Birthday, February 29th. Contact rachel@x.com for business inquiries. We don't know anything else. We still haven't got Orc Lady's information. You're not a lost cause after all, Grandma. What brings us back to my first question. What the hell are you doing here? Drinking milk. I'm serious. But you could see it with your own eyes, right? I'm really here to drink milk. How come this coffee shop attracts so many weird people? Well, while we do have a lot of unusual customers, this is the first time we've had a famous celebrity visit. To drink milk, no less. Yay, achievement unlocked. I literally got an achievement unlocked. Yay, achievement unlocked. What? No, seriously. Why are you here? Well, you know, the usual young folks problems. I had a fight with my father. And so here I am. Ah, I see. But it's okay for a celebrity like you. To be out alone this late? You don't need to worry about me. I can turn into a cat. Now I'm really worried. Anyway, what happened? My dad... We got into an argument. He doesn't like my line of work. He always says I saw my profession as something negative. But I love what I'm doing. What about your mother? What are her thoughts on the career choice? She passed away a few years ago. I'm sorry to hear that. It's alright. Your dad know anything about the entertainment industry? He used to work in showbiz decades ago. So yeah, he does know a thing or two. Customer! Customer! Where are you gonna sit? It's Joji! Good evening, Sully Moon. Good evening, girls I've never met before. I just saw you yesterday. Just kidding, Freya. Anyway, Sully Moon, we're busy today. We're making business. Yes, officer. I need something for my sore throat. Can you get brother a cup of green tea with lemon and honey? Right away, sir. Green tea, lemon, and honey. Brew that up for our good sir, Joji. Midsummer Night's Dream. Serve that up, make him feel better. I don't know, maybe smoking that cigarette isn't gonna help any. Your order is ready. This doesn't even look close to what I ordered. Oh, well, pardon the mistake. What did I make him? What did I make him? Wait, what? Tea, lemon, and honey. Is that not what he ordered? Never mind. How's your day going? Anything out of the ordinary of your patrol? Yeah. Anything interesting today? Actually, I witnessed something scary on my shift today. Tell me! You sure you want to hear it? Yes! The scary thing I witnessed was my salary. Seriously? Yeah, today is payday. And I choked. Oh, and I checked the ATM during my shift. Such a horrible sight. Other than that, the labor union protests, everything is fine though. How can you say it's fine? We got a young celebrity lurking around by herself. Ain't that strong proof that this area is safe? Hey. Thank you for the drink at the place to sit. I'm going back now. Oh, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed your time. Uh-huh. Didn't even learn her name, nothing. She came, drank something, and left. Who the hell was that? She just sat there and read. I'm sure that's pretty normal in a coffee shop. I mean, you always do that here when you're writing. I guess you're right. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes. What are you doing here, young lady? It's pretty late, you know. I don't have anywhere else to go. And this place looked cozy. I see. So you basically wanted to go to a bar. But you're underage, right? How did you know? You could read minds now, old man. I have a daughter around her age. It's easy to translate what they say. Especially when you have to deal with them every day. I don't know why you're here, but everything's gonna be okay. You can forget all your problems while you're here. Dude, you're a cop. It's not his job to take care of someone else's daughter. He is a cop. That is exactly his job. Relax, Freya. Don't be so uptight. Yeah. Mr. Policeman here made me feel much safer already. You know it yourself, Freya. This place is very safe. Right, Officer Georgie? Of course, this is the safest place around here. Hey, that endorsement comes with a discount, right? That endorsement. What? Don't look at me like that. You're a cop, old man. Act like one. I deal with crimes and public safety. How should I know how to handle someone else's daughter? She's right there. You should know. You are a father yourself. Oh, right. Guys, you know I can hear you, right? Really? See, Freya, she has good hearing. That should help her protect herself. Anyway, Miss Rachel, what brings you here? As I've told the others, I had a fight with my dad. Why are you laughing? Me and my daughter fight every day. Hey, why would you say that? Because it's true. I fought a lot with my kids. That's normal. In fact, whenever we finish arguing about something, we become closer as a family. Huh? Because when things have calmed down, I learned something about them. And they learned something about me as well. As long as we don't leave things unresolved, an argument makes things better. But it happens so often. Tonight was just one among countless others. He wasn't like this before. Before it happened. You mean before your solo career? No, before Mom passed away. What happens after each fight? Nothing. We just don't talk about it until another fight starts. Unresolved problems are dangerous. It ain't easy, but you gotta understand each other better. And as much as I hate to admit it, conflict is always the best way to know someone, even your own blood. But it was never this bad when Mom was around. She's the only one who understood me. And she also understood your father. Maybe he and your mom also had arguments, but your mom acted as a mediator between the two of you. That's possible. Now that Mom's gone, I don't have anyone to act as my guardian. And your dad, he lost his best negotiator. Wait a second. You said that this happened a lot? But why did you run this time? My daughter never ran away. Wait. Maybe it's because I'm the one who's always ran away, using my job as an excuse. I can confirm that. Yeah, I run here a lot. But yeah, I hate to tell you again. You both gotta resolve your issues. Unresolved problems are dangerous. That is fact, guys. in any relationship. I kind of understand what you're going through, Rachel. I also ran away when I was younger. Are you on good terms with your parents now? I am. When and how did it happen? To be honest, I'm not even sure myself. It just happened. Maybe I should run away even farther. I mean, I have my own income. I don't need to rely on my dad. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Why? I'm an adult. No adult would ever say, I'm an adult. Just give yourself time to think, Miss Rachel, and try to understand your father's perspective. I'm sure both of you will be able to solve this. Like adults. You don't need to rush to a decision. I'm not sure about that. Just take your time. But now I would recommend you just go home. It's really late. I need to go home as well. I can give you a ride, but you don't need to talk to your father right now. Just go straight to your room. At least knowing you're safe at home will give him some peace. That will allow him to think more clearly about everything. You're right. You really are a cop, Georgie. Of course I am. So, where do you live, Miss Rachel? In the western part of Neko Town. Oh. That's quite far. You're still going to drive me home, right? Oh, man. Of course I will. Should I drive you home too, Miss Freya? No, you don't have to. I'm riding my bike. Are you sure? 100% sure. Okay, we'll be off then. Thank you, Silly Moon and Freya. Take care on your way home. See you around, Silly Moon. Just like that, they're gone. Whoop boom, right out of my store. Do they even pay me? I've yet to see anyone pay me. And there they went. Yes, you can stay longer if you want. Nah, it's fine. I also have to call it a day. It's raining outside. She should have took the ride. I mean, I'd probably ride in the rain too. How's the riding, by the way? It's getting there. That's nice to hear. I'm juggling a lot of work though. Barely made my deadlines. I don't know if I can keep this up. Why don't you just come clean? Tell your boss about the publishing offer. Who knows? Maybe she'll understand. Yeah, right. Great job, Freya. Here, take some money. Go take a vacation and finish your novel. In your dreams. I'm not exactly Employee of the Month. You never know. You never know. I might end up on a chopping block. Oh, the pressure. I'm sure about one thing though. This coffee shop has a lot of stories to tell. So yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. The door is always open for you. I bet it is. Okay then, take care. Be careful on your way home. Okay guys, we'll probably do one more night for today. Sugar and spice, spicy sweet, and natural bliss in a cup. Excuse me. It's gonna be Friday, right? Well, today's Friday for me. It's Friday today, so maybe we'll stop for Friday and Friday. It's Friday, September 25th, 2020. Press any button. Pressing. The Evening Whispers. Free of charge, Friday, September 25th, 2020. The Orsish Workers Union in talks with the government over their pleas. Werewolf activists imprisoned for owning illegal Fury sedative. Rap group Street Orchestra questioned over their pro-eco-terrorism lyrics. Ooh. It's kind of intense. Is it Freya again? Who is it? Oh! Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Evening. Are you by yourself tonight, sir? Gala is coming. After his shift. It's pretty empty here. You're our first customer tonight. Is there something wrong? Nothing. It's just a bit strange that you say our. When obviously there's only you here. Oh. I guess it's just me, but when I'm working, I always put myself as the barista and the coffee shop. I see. Anyway, I need to order something. What do you want to drink tonight? Do you have any blood? Sorry, sir, but we don't. Come on, did you think I was serious? Oh. Now give me a ginger green tea. Make sure it's very warm and bitter. Ginger green tea. Okay, so we got... That's what I messed up. I think he asked for green tea. Joji when he asked for his drink. So green tea, ginger, very warm and bitter. So it's warm. That'd make it sweet. Very warm. Oh, that adds to both of them, so we'll do that. We'll do more ginger. Ginger, and green tea. Ginger green tea. Serve it up! Your drink is ready. Let's see. Good. Glad you liked it. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, ask away. You said you're here for work? Yes. For a couple of weeks. You're not in the medical industry like Mr. Gala, are you? Hell no. I could never imagine myself doing something so... what's the word? Something as honorable as that. Then, are you dealing with something I shouldn't ask about? I'm not a criminal. In case that's what you had in mind. I mean, it's not an evil job per se. But definitely not as honorable as working in a hospital. Then what is it? Guess. You travel a lot? More or less. You befriended a startup founder. So I assume you either have your own startup, or you work in some kind of investment agency. I used to, but not anymore. That startup founder, he's just a friend. Then what do you do? I've had many career paths in my life. They got boring after a while. So right now, I'm a model. I didn't expect that. But you have the looks and the figure. So I guess it makes sense. You want to know a secret? Sure. Those ads for anti-aging skincare products? No way. Vampire models. We are naturally good looking. Skin paler than an elf's. But we don't have those annoying pointy ears, which makes us basically a bunch of good looking living mannequins. How better to advertise anti-aging products than with people who naturally don't age? Isn't that false advertising? Don't be naive. Truth of the matter is of circumstance and perspective. Advertising is just framing the truth. I never thought of it that way. How long have you been modeling? Oh, not long. Not more than 30 years? Wow. That's a long time. Oh, hey Freya. Good evening. Can you please be a little quieter? There's another customer here. Act like a civilized person, if you can. Oh, come on. I'm just trying to make this place a little livelier. You don't mind, right, sir? No, I don't mind. I'm pretty sure I saw you the last time I was here. You bet. You could say I'm a regular here. Hence the attitude. Hey! You look very happy. Any special occasion? Nah, nothing. This is my default state. She only has two states. Either extreme excitement or super stressed. Stop putting me in a bad light. Anyway, what were you talking about? We were talking about Mr. Hyde's profession. And what is your profession, dear sir? I'm a model. And he's been doing it for 30 years. Holy shit, 30 years of modeling? That's a long time. Not for me. My current liaison in the clothing brand I work with is the daughter of the guy I worked with when I started modeling. Usually I work until it's the grandchild. That's really cool. I'm Freya, by the way. Nice to meet you, Freya. How's the writing so far? It's okay, but I'm stuck and in need of a warm drink. So brew me something, please. Coffee? Nah. I need to take it slow tonight. Make me something warm and sweet without coffee. Warm and sweet without coffee. We could do a tea. Oh, it's not warm. It's not warm. Warm. That'd be hot tea, right? Yeah, hot tea. Sweet. She said sweet. I'm trying to think. But we don't want it to be bitter. I don't want it to be bitter, but I feel like the... No, reset. Okay, we'll just have to try this. It's not really warm though, it's equal parts cool. Warm and sweet without coffee. I'm a little lost here. Because maybe it's just this. Oh, right here. Just regular tea. Not bitter. We want sweet. Let's try this. I'm nervous. A warm, sweet drink ready. Nice! Yes, we're good at this. A perfect drink to end a day. Glad you like it. So, you're a writer? Yeah, I work for the Evening Whispers. But I'm also working on my own novel right now. Sounds interesting. Oh, we got more information. About who? About who? Freya. Favorite things. Coffee, coffee, coffee. In case you didn't get it the first time, I'm a big fan of Naaman and Harukami, so there's that. What I'm doing with my life. Working as a journalist because it's the best way to learn how to write better. Talk to people who have experience more than you and get paid for learning things. Understandable. And hide. We know he's a supermodel. My self-summary. Part of Los Angeles agency, old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sounds interesting. What kind of novel are you writing? It's complicated. You should wait until she finishes it. Yeah, no spoilers. That's if she ever managed to finish it. Yeah, that too. What's the genre? Slice of life. So, not fantasy or sci-fi. I'm still not there. I'm still not sure. Probably it'll be a normal slice of life. You'll have tough competition. You're not wrong. I'll probably put some surreal elements in there. Maybe I'll set it in a world where only humans exist. Sounds a bit racist. That's the twist. This isn't about racial supremacy. I imagine, even in a world where only one race exists, problems will still appear anyway. Ain't that the truth? Discrimination and racism will still happen. Ain't that the truth? We all know what happened to Berlin's channel, okay? We all know what happened. Glad he got it back, though. I'd cry, honestly. How can there be racists without other races? Difference in language, nationality, ideology, or even skin color. When everything's the same, the smallest difference will stand out. Ain't that the truth? Perhaps it's diversity that can teach us to look past the differences. The bottom line is, we'll always find a way to hate others. I assure you of that. That doesn't really sound all that funny. It's fantasy. It's our reality. That's what fiction's for anyway. Painting the what-ifs. That's actually pretty interesting. I'll buy your book when it comes out. And I'll fly back here to have it signed. Aw, thank you. Is this, what's his face? The doctor guy? No. Oh, it's her again. Hi, everyone. Good evening, Miss Lua. Hi there. How's it going? Great, thanks. Lua, please meet Hyde. Nice to meet you. And Hyde, please meet Lua. Hi. Are you by yourself? Yeah, just finished the meeting. I needed to escape from my coworkers, so I decided to come here instead. Is Bailey's coming? Oh, he's not. He's a freelancer, remember? He's free to do whatever he wants. Is everything okay? Well, I want to know what he's reading. To be honest, we haven't talked much since the other day. Oh. We shall fix that with a warm drink then. Good idea, thanks. I'm in the mood for green tea latte. Green tea latte? Is there a problem? No, it's nothing, sorry. Then a cup of green tea latte, please. Do we not know what a green tea latte is, guys? We do! Green tea, milk, and milk. Green tea latte. Yeah, why do you act like... I didn't do the latte art. Your green tea latte is ready? Thank you. I don't know why, but I was suddenly longing for a green tea latte. Like, this drink feels really heartwarming. Call me pretentious, but I think drinks have the power to connect people's hearts. That's surprisingly deep for a cup of tea. By the way, about Bailey's, has he visited this place again? After our last meeting? Not that I know of. He hasn't. Oh, his phone's ringing again. Oh. I should apologize for the commotion we caused. Please don't worry about that. Who is this Bailey's person you keep mentioning? Bailey's is... or was, I don't know. My boyfriend? We had a little fight a few days ago. About what? Hey, is it okay for him to just ask her like that? You tell me. Dude, I'm just a customer. You're the owner of this place. It's an old problem. I'm a succubus and he's an elf. The usual racial problems then. Psst! Show some manners, old man! What? I'm just following up the questions you started. It's alright. Bailey's and I have different views on the importance of family. My family is pretty close and usually they're supportive. But when it comes to dating an elf, they fear that I'll be treated like a peasant. Bailey's, on the other hand, he comes from a well-respected elven family. They can be cagey at times, I get it. But for whatever reason, he took his family for granted. And it's not surprising that his family would disagree with the relationship. You don't sound like most succubi I know. How's your boyfriend dealing with this? He said we should just keep going. Just the same as we have been for the last 10 years. 10 years?! 10 years?! Screw your family! 10 years?! Holy crap! So you've been together for 10 years as a couple. And he's suggesting that both of you should just go on as usual. I mean, your relationship for the past 10 years. That was without familial approval, right? Well, yes. But I want a relationship to move forward. I want a family. Did he disagree with the idea of marrying you? No, quite the opposite. He wanted to marry me. What's the problem then? It's not that simple. His family will disown him? Yes. He wants to marry you even if he has to leave his family. Yes. Problem solved then. Why do you have to care so much about what his or your family thinks? Just marry him. Make a family of your own. I agree. It's not that simple. I don't want to be held responsible if he regrets his decision one day. Abandoning one's family is not a solution. What if marrying me is a mistake? What if he regrets leaving his family? I can't take that kind of responsibility. I can't let him make that sacrifice. Lua, did you ever think about the risks when you started dating him? Yes. No. Maybe a little bit. We didn't think it would get this far. From what I see, you're the problem here. You're pretty greedy for wanting it all. Him, family approval. If you're asking for racial reconciliation, might as well ask for a world peace. Oh man, stop talking. Lua, if I may ask, do you want to marry Bailey's? I love him. Of course I do. Even so, I can't let him leave his family for me. It would be selfish. Because I can't do the same for him. I love my family so much no matter how messy they are. Well, that's difficult. So you're forcing your boyfriend to have the same life as you have. That blood is thicker than water mentality won't work here. I agree. My family is proof. Not every family is worth fighting for, you know. Some are. Not his. Have you ever met Bailey's family? No. They always rejected the idea. Did he try to introduce you to them? He did. You can't have it all, lady. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a story where some fairy godmother will suddenly appear and grant your wishes. This is how things go in real life. You have to take chances and make sacrifices, and you choose which one is best for you. Pretty simple. I'm sorry, I have to leave. I hate to be the girl who always runs away, but thank you for the advice. Take care on your way, Miss Lua. I will. Bye. I agree with Hyde over here. I'm sorry. I get it's hard for her because she doesn't want him to regret it and she doesn't want to be responsible. But you can't have it all, just like Hyde said. You were super harsh, old man. But you agree with me, don't you? Well... You didn't have to say it so harshly, you know? What are you doing here by yourself anyway? Trying to pick a fight with everyone? I'm waiting for a friend. Is that him? Oh, there he is. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Gala. How are you doing, Freya? I'm fine. But your friend here is one hell of a troublemaker. What did you do this time, Hyde? Stated facts? Harshly. To someone that needed it. But not the way you said it. Let me order a drink first. Then you folks tell me what happened. What are you having this evening? Do you remember my Fury remedy? I mentioned it a couple days ago. The one with ginger and caffeine? Yes. Can you help me try and figure out what it is? Sure. Should I try mixing the ginger with tea? Yes. Tea, ginger, and I'm still not sure what the last one might be. Okay, I'll try experimenting with it. You'll know when you get it right. Okay, so tea, ginger, so it's warm and bitter. I wonder if we should just add honey. That's just a regular drink, though. You said tea, ginger. I don't want to say milk. I'm gonna do... Oh, wait, what? Reset. He said tea. Ginger. Should I just do more tea? I don't know. What could be this remedy? Well, ginger is what? Wait, reset. Ginger is mostly warm and bitter. So what's bitter? We could try... I'm confused. Maybe if we add some sweet to it. I don't know. I don't know if it's lemon or that. This probably isn't right, but... Ginger honey tea. This is just regular ginger honey tea. Trash it. We're trying that again. You said... Tea, ginger, ginger? Let's try that. Let's try tea, ginger. It's just ginger tea. Let's serve it, because I don't... Dang, Hyde's looking... Is this it? Pardon me for the mistake. Here's your drink. Did I mess up? Because I just got an achievement for mistaking it. I'm 100% sure this is not the remedy I would need. Let me try brewing another one. It's okay. Damn, wait. Before you guys finish. Lua. My self-summary. I can't read that! If someone could translate that, that'd be nice. Favorite things. Lover of the bright moonlight. Believer in a life without a fight. I'm a big fan of art and poetry. What I'm doing with my life. Working 9 to 5 in a trading company by day. Going to poetry readings and museums on the weekends. Enraptured by the forbidden fruit. Oh. Okay. I'm more interested in the story anyway. So tell me what happened. She's a better storyteller than me. Alright, so there's this girl. What if I wanted to be remembered, huh? Reminded of what happened. And that's about it. Hyde. Oh, Hyde. You never change, do you? He's like, what? Oh, both of you are going to judge me for being honest now. Dude, honestly, honesty is good and all. But, you know, try not to be a dick. Listen to her, Hyde. She's got a good point. Not you two. I was a bit surprised, though. Usually you don't bother with this kind of thing. I've seen you actively avoid it. You don't know me. You do know me. We've been friends for years. Yes, of course. I don't know why I got involved in that discussion. I guess the vibe in this place has seeped into me. I understand. This place does have that special magic. Not exactly a good magic. Judging from the reaction I received today, you may be right, but there are better ways to say what you have in mind. Anyway, I gotta go. So soon? It's past midnight. I need to get some sleep. Take care of on your way, Freya. Sleep tight. See you guys. Dang, Freya's usually like the last one here all the time. What are we waiting for? Why are you staring at me like that? Nothing. What did you want to talk about when you told me to meet you here? I was just bored. And that's the surest way to make you come out. Seriously? I thought the story from Freya was enough. To fill your daily dose of interaction. Well, it was. Something indeed. You said something about being my friend for years. Yes, why? Do you ever wonder what we'd be like if we hadn't met? What do you mean? Forget it. Gala said Hyde was married, right? I have yet to hear a single thing about his partner at all, except for that one time that Gala mentioned it. Does Hyde like Gala? Just wondering. That's my prediction right now. It's late, anyway. I need to get back. Huh? Alright, Sully Moon, thanks for the evening. The pleasure was mine. Bye. Okay. What was that? You know him better than I do, Mr. Gallo. Care for another drink to end the day? Sure. Dang it, I was hoping we could have tried the Cappuccino Italian Delight. I was hoping we could get his remedy. I want to get it. Okay, maybe we'll do another day. We'll do one more day and then I'm cutting it. Sorry guys. Saturday, September 26, 2020. Let's see what's on the newspaper today. Saturday, September 26, 2020. Atlantic countries plead for landfolk to send help instead of trash. Ooh. Opinion. Who watches The Watchmen in Seattle? Is that a Watchmen quote? Like, reference? Cats are the best creatures on Earth, research has proven. Agreed. Agreed. I have 2 of them. Ooh. Welcome. Oh. Welcome. Hello there. Good evening. Good evening, sir. The usual Earthling linguistic problem. We will never get used to it. Is it okay if I call you sir? Definitely. You can call me whatever you like. We do not mind a bit. Do you want to order anything, sir? Oh yes, we have to communicate our order. Please pardon us. What do you recommend? He went like this, guys. It went like this. Look at his finger. Oh, he's going like this. We will not be able to taste the difference anyway. What do you mean? It is alright. Forget it. What is the most expensive drink here? Everything's the same price in this coffee shop. Really? This is interesting. Unlike other places we have visited so far. Have you decided on what to order then? Okay, we would like to order. Anything. 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 They're so cute. Anything. I want to give him something chocolatey, honestly. What's this? Cinnamon? Oh, yeah. Brew that up. Brew that up right now. Whoa, what is that on it? Spiced lady. Oh, I'll serve it. Wait. What's this? What's this? Brew pad. We made a spiced lady. A British chocolate drink extremely popular in the 90s. Ooh. Your drink is ready, sir. I hope it's to your liking. Don't worry, it will not matter to us. Okay, let us drink this. Yes? Oh, nothing. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Yes? Why did you put your finger in the drink? That's a very strange question. We are drinking it, of course. Drinking it. Yes, drinking it. Oh, yes, of course. We almost forgot. Earthlings use their speaking organ to drink. We use our appendages to drink. Does that mean...
But what the hell, boy?
Does that mean if they have... You know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying, right? Usually a polypropylene drinking apparatus is provided for us to use. Pardon? It is what you call plastic in the shape of a long tubular stick. Oh, a straw? You mean a straw? Yes, we wonder why Earthlings rely on it so much. Mostly you could drink without it. Yet the plastic stick apparatus was provided on 87.76% of all drinking occasions we encountered, and it has become one of the biggest single-use pollutants on your planet. Anyway, how do you drink with a straw? The same way we just did. But thanks to the plastic stick apparatus, we do not need to put our appendages into the liquid mixture you call drinks. It is very convenient. Perhaps convenience takes higher priority in Earthlings' decision-making processes. I see. I guess people won't suspect a thing if you put your hand on a straw. Affirmative. By the way, you said you just arrived? Where did you come from, sir? Far. It would be too complicated to tell you all the details, but we can tell you one thing. We have a mission here. A mission? Yes. What kind of mission? Find what the Earthlings call a female. And then breed. What is going on? So you came here from far away place to find a date? Date? Our mission does not have anything to do with you or understanding of time. No, I'm not talking about that kind of date. Oh, pardon us. But no, our mission also does not have anything to do with fruits. I wasn't talking about that kind of date either. Pardon us again. Your language is extremely confusing sometimes. Don't worry about it. We also struggle with our own languages. Earthlings really need to work on their communication. There are so many ways to make a communication more direct and simple. Of all the places we have been to, this place has been the worst. Has been the worst communication methods. Can't argue with that. So how's the mission so far? Not good. We are using this unique communication application. According to our data, it is the biggest source of breeding interaction on Earth. Although the success rate of the breeding is not as high as the interaction. Huh? I never heard about it. Wait, are you talking about a dating app? This system used a fire symbol as their sign. You are talking about a dating app. But again, we found some contradictions in the application. What do you mean? According to our understanding of the application, it requires the person that interacts with it to swipe left or right. If you swipe left, it means you do not want to breed. If you swipe right, it means you do want to breed. And when the two interactees swipe right between each other, they can commence the introduction to the breeding process. It didn't go well, I assume. Most of them started communicating with very big letters on the communication platform, as they said some words that cannot be considered proper. I don't know what to say about that. But you said most of them. Some of them actually did not get mad? Oh, some of them are laughing with text. Did you get to meet them? We set up meetings. Many of them did not appear, but some did. Yes, but we got confused with the way they communicate. No outcome from the meetings, even though we decided to go to various recommended places according to our databases. And this coffee shop happens to be one of them, the recommended places? Yes. Interesting. Then you're here to meet someone? Yes. But she should have arrived some time ago. Maybe each Earthling also has different interpretations of time? You're right about that. Is it their date? Good evening, miss. Evening. Would you like to order something? Cafe latte, please. Cafe latte. She's mysterious. Cafe latte. Coffee, milk, milk. Coffee, milk, milk. Brew. Let's do latte art. I know they didn't ask for it, but... Wait, I don't know how to do this. Hold on, let's do a... Wait, how do you... I'm trying to make like a cool leaf thing. What's this? Wait, what? Wait, what? Let's just do... Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's serve it like that. Please don't. Your order is ready, miss. Thank you. How is it? Good. Glad you like it. Are you here to read again, miss? Yeah, you know the drill. Please enjoy your time. Can I help you with something? Nothing. Pardon us. Okay. I have an itchy nose again. What are they gonna say? Excuse us. Yes? Are you waiting for someone? Not this again. No, I'm not waiting for anyone. Are you sure? Yes! I'm sure I'm not waiting for anyone. Because we are waiting for someone from this app. And she is an orc just like you. Look here. First, I'm not the only female orc on the earth. Heck, I'm not even a pure orc. But is your name... You are UK High 69? Oh my god. Is this guy sane? Please pardon the miss. I don't think they're from around here. So, you have not answered our question. Are you Euro High 69? No. My name is Myrtle? And I never use Euro High 69 anywhere. Oh. We got information about her. Myrtle. Birthday May 13th, game developer. Myself summary. Game programmer working on Full Metal Conflict series. Okay. Oh, you really are not her. She looks pissed. Of course I'm not. Seriously, men nowadays. If you're that desperate to find a date, why don't you ask your friends? Or go to a club or something? But we don't have any friends on Earth. Hey, then you said he's not from around here. Are you saying he's not from Earth? Well, from what I've gathered up to now, they're not from this planet. Man. Pardon us for interrupting, but when you said club, which activities are you talking about? According to the research results, there are just too many clubs on Earth. Some of them look pretty interesting, like this club about space exploration. They call themselves Trekkies. Forget everything I said. What time were you supposed to meet this female orc? About an hour ago, according to the local time. An hour ago? She's baiting on you, man. Bailing on you. What does that mean? It means big chance she's not coming. He's so cute, though! I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you. She's probably right, sir. Have you tried contacting her? We have. She read it according to the application. Did she reply? No. Ouch. If she didn't reply, I'm 100% sure she bailed. She's not coming. I believe Miss Myrtle here is right. We are pretty objective people. But somehow Earth vagueness has taught us a new kind of feeling. This has happened before? Many times. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But it might be a sign that you need to change your strategy. Earthlings use strategies to breed. The most complicated strategies, in fact. Your kind never cease to amaze me. If that's the case, then we do not need to be here anymore. You could stay if you like. Oh, it's okay. We need to report back immediately. But we will visit this place again in the future. You have a very nice place, owner. Please, just call me Sully Moon. Thank you for your time, Sully Moon. And thank you for your input also, Miss Myrtle. We will definitely study the breeding strategies on Earth. Sure. It's called norm, by the way. The, breeding norms. Although you can also use strategy as the keyword. We will keep that in mind. Okay then, we are off. Take care of you on your way. They were so cute! I can't be mad. Is someone coming in? Oh, it sounds like it. Who is it? Whoa, boy, who the hell is that? Oh, hi there, Freya. What is an astronaut doing in this coffee shop? Drinking and waiting for their friend, apparently. What kind of friend? Leica the dog? Rest in peace, Leica. Oh my gosh, why would you mention her? If you guys don't know who Leica is, look up Leica the dog, first dog in space. Saddest thing you'll ever read. A date from a dating app. I should have been here. What does their date look like? The date didn't show up. Ouch. Poor astronaut. Why didn't they remove the astronaut suit first before going on a date? I mean, showing off your job is pretty common, but it doesn't have to be that literal, you know? I don't think they're an astronaut. Not in the usual sense. What do you mean? They might be an alien. Alien? Like Englishman in New York alien or alien alien? Alien. Outer space? Probably. Or other dimensions, I don't know. Wow! Like, super wow. I mean, I know you get a lot of different visitors here, but wow! Life is never boring here. That's why I'm writing about it. Oh yeah, how's it going so far? The writing? Yeah, the writing. With capital T and W. It's going pretty well, actually. Nice. May I see it? Oh. What do you mean? Can I read the draft you've written so far? No. Please don't. Why? It's not good enough. Hey, be more confident in your work. You know you're a good writer. Besides, if you're not that confident with it, maybe I can share some feedback. You're right. I actually have prepared a printout of the draft. You were planning on to show it all along. I wasn't sure about it. It's the first presentable draft anyway. Come on, I know the drill. And I'm pretty familiar with your stuff. Alright. Let me get it out of my bag. Be honest with your feedback. I will. Now, will you hand it over? It's okay, Freya. Here it is. Thank you. Now, let's see. Are we actually gonna be able to read it? Oh, what the heck? How was it? Let me read it at my own pace, okay? We're not gonna be able to read it. What's wrong? Is it that bad? The main character. Oh my, it's the character badly written? I don't think the character suits my personality. That's because you're not the inspiration. Too bad. You have a prime example standing in front of you every day. Prime example? You? You're like the most mysterious person I've ever met. Wait, I think someone's coming. Hey, the draft! I'm not done yet. Oh. There's a lot going on with her character design. Welcome, would you like to drink here or take away, miss? Here, please. What would you like? Maybe... Or maybe you like to sit down first before deciding? I'll order right away. No need to hurry, take your time. Is it okay to order something a bit complicated? You can order whatever you like. As long as we have the ingredients. If that's the case, do you know masala chai? The tea with spices? Yes. I'd like to order a masala chai then, please. Oh gosh. It's a tea? Tea. Spices. Is it green tea or just regular tea? Chai. What does chai mean, guys? Okay, spices. So I'm assuming cinnamon and like ginger. Oh, I'm nervous. Trash it. That's not it. Masala chai. I don't think I have that. I do not have that. Is it green tea maybe? I'm never gonna get this, guys. I just know I'm never gonna get this. I feel bad. With spices. Cinnamon and ginger are the spices. I know what to do. Maybe cinnamon twice? We're about to find out. I don't know what else to do. I don't... Oh, say like chai there, please. I don't think I have that. Let's try tea, cinnamon, and milk. That's just gonna be a cinnamon tea again, isn't it? I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay, so when I looked it up, it said it was ginger, milk, and tea. So, tea, milk, and ginger. That doesn't sound like a lot of spices. This isn't it. But we're gonna serve it anyways. Your drink is ready. I know it's wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Discovered a new tea. Gala tea. That's not what I wanted, though. Yes, miss? Nothing. I should give it a try first. As I thought. What did you think of it, miss? Sorry, I forgot you could hear me. The drink is... It's good, but it's not what I ordered. Oh my, that was my mistake. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Are you sure? Yes. Understood, miss. Huh? Where were we? The main character. The character feels very you. You bet. If the reader knows me, they'll notice right away. Is that okay? Sure, why not? It sounds so narcissistic. Don't worry about it. They won't notice it unless they know me personally. And having the main character think like me makes it easier to write. If you say so. Sorry. Hmm? Did you say something? Yes. Sorry for interrupting. Are you a fiction writer? Yes, I am. That sounds so cool. Well, yeah, but I only write small-scale fiction. Short stories for the newspaper. Or non-fiction stories about people in this town. She's writing a novel right now, you know? In fact, I was just reading the draft for it. Hey! Wow. How many books have you written? Well, this would be my first book if I finished it. I always wanted to be a fiction writer, but conjuring words is hard. I'm a writer. And even I can't use complex words like conjure like you just did. A lot of people have said that my vocabulary is uncommon. What do you do? What's your name again? Pardon me, my name is Aqua. Okay, let's learn about Aqua, guys. Aqua. There's nothing here. I just choked on my own spit. You guys just almost saw me end. The end of my life. Hi, Aqua, I'm Freya. And the barista here is Soleil Moon. Greetings, Miss Aqua. Nice to meet you. So, yeah, what do you do? I'm a researcher at the university. I also make games in my free time. Hey, that's even cooler than my job, you know? Thanks. You said you can't write. But research papers need a lot of writing skills, right? Indeed. But it's descriptive writing, not narrative writing. What kind of fields are you researching, by the way? I focus on computing graphics. Wow. It involves a lot of calculators and boring stuff. Not something the media would cover, I guess. It wouldn't attract many readers. Oh my! I forgot you're a journalist. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Come on, you don't have to worry so much about everything. It's alright. Excuse me for interrupting. Yes. You said you're a researcher in computer graphics, right? That's right. Did you write a paper on the latest fluid rendering technique for 3D environments? I believe one of the contributors is also named Aqua. Oh my, yes, that's me. Did you read it? I did. It was pretty important for the project we're working on. May I ask what kind of project that is? It's a video game series called Full Metal Conflict. Are you kidding me? You work on FMC? Oops. I'm sorry. I got a bit too excited all of a sudden. Don't be. It's nice when you meet someone who likes the thing you worked on. I love that series so much. My name is Aqua, by the way, but you already knew that. My name is Myrtle. What do you do in the project? I'm one of the technical artists. No wonder. Yeah, I don't want to intrude on your discussion any further. But could I ask for your business card or something? Me and some friends have something we want to discuss. We submitted queries through your department's contact form, but we haven't received any replies. Oh yes, that happens a lot. The form sends the queries to another department, and sometimes it takes them a bit to respond. Pardon us for that. Of course, should have expected that. I don't have my card with me right now, but, we can swap email addresses if you want. Sure. Here's my email. Yep, got it. This Full Metal Conflict series you two are talking about, is it the same series that's getting a movie adaptation soon? Yeah, that's that one. To be honest, I hated the idea of turning the game into a movie. Nonetheless, Hollywood. They had the budget for the flashy visuals, but I doubt they'd do the series justice. Why? Because some games tell their stories in a unique way, and some stories can only be told through this medium, and FMC is no exception to that. Interesting. Do you play video games? Well, not much. I usually play weird, obscure art games. The type of games you might see in an art gallery. Really? That's weird. You're not the first to say that I'm weird. It's not that. Usually people that play arty games are gamers that got bored of the current state of video games. That's true. But I believe art games cater to a whole different market compared to mainstream games. Hence, a lot of the players are not gamers. Then they're more accessible to play, but harder to perceive. Understanding them requires a whole different level of many things. Sorry, I rambled on for too long, but at least that's what I think. Good point. Yeah, that was a really good perspective. I play those types of games thanks to people I hang out with. Yeah, you got the look for an arty hipster, you know? Nailed it. So you understand my point about the adaptation, right? Kinda. Anyway, I need to go back. I'll email you first thing tomorrow about our question. Wait, what time is it? Oh my, I also need to go home. We can walk to the bus stop together if you want. I hope that doesn't bother you, Miss Myrtle. Just Myrtle is fine. And of course it won't bother me at all. Shall we go now? Sure. Thank you so much, Lily Moon. And to you too, Miss Freya. Good luck with the writing. Take care on your way, okay? Will do. See you around, folks. Please be careful on your way back. It's just me and Freya again. That noise she makes when she walks. So, yes. That was a nice talk. But you haven't given me proper feedback for my draft yet. And I could see the way you were reading it on and off. Well, it's kind of good. Seriously? That's it? I'm not an editor. Did you expect me to have a list of notes for you? Yes? Really? You're mysterious. That much is true. But I've been a regular here for a while. I recognize the expressions you were making as you read it. You have a lot of comments, right? Admit it. Okay, you got me. But this won't be short. And I will be really honest about it. Well, the night is young. Bring it on. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Let me guess. I don't get to know. If it's another day, we're just gonna save it. Hopefully it saves. Sunday, September 27th, 2020. We'll do that one in the next episode for this game. It's a pretty interesting game. I like the graphics of it. I want you guys to tell me who your favorite character is so far, because mine right now is the astronaut dude. Astronaut dude and Hyde. I really like Hyde. He's a cool. I like vampires. Okay, you know I like vampires, so of course Hyde's gonna be one of my favorites. But I feel like he talks a lot of truth. He may have been a little harsh. I kind of don't think he was harsh with Lua, but it was honest, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. If you love someone, just cut your family off at that point if they're not going to support you. If they love you, they will support you, okay? Remember that, guys. It's your life. You need to do what you feel is best for your life. There's a lot of interesting characters here. We got Gala, Garla, what's his name? Gala, I think. And he's the werewolf. You got Hyde, his vampire friend. You have Lua, who's the succubus, who isn't dating a not fairy, an elf named, I forgot, Dimitri? What was his name? I forgot already. Then we have Freya, of course. She seems to be more of one of the main characters. We see her every single day. She's pretty cool too. I like her for a main character. I'm getting a very father-daughter relationship with our character and her character, which I kind of like. Oh, we have Joji, cool place guy. He's one of my favorite characters too. He's funny. I gave him a country accent because he said y'all. Come on now. Pretty, probably from the south somewhere. And then we have that cat girl. I forgot her name already. There's some characters we would need to see more from for me to remember. But please let me know who your favorite character is. If you guys like this game, I will continue to play it. Okay, I lied. I kind of like this game, so I will be continuing to play it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. The next episode that I'm going to be posting is either going to be this or the last episode of Kraken Academy. And then we're going to continue on playing Tell Me Why, Stardew Valley here and there, and probably the next game of Life is Strange, maybe. What do you guys think about that? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments. I feel glad to be back. I'm sorry my videos probably won't be as long. I don't know. I've been filming for 2 hours now, so maybe they will be as long. And I'm sorry if I don't post on a regular basis. I will try my best to constantly put out something, but I only have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, so those are the only times I'll be able to edit. I do edit sometimes on my days that I do work. As soon as I get home, I try and edit a little bit at a time. That's how I cranked out Kraken Academy episode 4. That took me a while, but I got there. So I'll try my best. But don't be afraid to comment anything. Stay hydrated. It's water time. I forgot water. Give me a second. If you guys don't know what water time is because you're new, it's the time where I tell you to drink some water or get some electrolytes, so like Gatorade or Powerade. Get something in your system that's good because summer is coming up. Right now it's still spring, so you guys don't really gotta worry too much. But water time is where you drink with me. You don't have to drink with me. You could drink with me later, or you could just do it on your own time. But just remember to get some water in your system. It's good to stay hydrated. So let's go. It's what? I got amazing vocals. Okay. Now let's do this. Start sipping now. That actually tasted amazing. Goons! NANI? After all that talking, feels good to drink some water. You don't have to drink as much as me, but if you did it with me, I'm proud of you. If you didn't do it with me, I'm still proud of you. You still got up. If you didn't get up, you're still up, you know. Obviously, you're up with something because you're watching my video. But that's gonna be it for this video. Again, I'm sorry if my videos may take a longer time to come out. I am working and I gotta pay bills. I gotta pay bills, guys. But I hope you guys did enjoy it. I'm having a good time being back, and I know I look a little different. Not so much. If you have any questions, comment it down below. If you have any game recommendations, comment it down below. I'll try my best to see if I can play them. And I'm hoping I can get a better camera setup. Ignore my background. I know it looks bad, but that's all I gotta say. Okay. Thank you. Hope you have a good day, and I hope you have a good night. Adios. Test.